Welcome to Car Lot Kings. I'm your host, Amanda Chavanis, with a great friend of our dealership, Jerry Morelli. Unfortunately, our general manager, Bill Snoffer, the King, is a little bit under the weather, but that's no exception. We still did have a lot of fun in this past month. We had Pete Rose.
Yes.
We actually had a Hot Moms contest. So I know you had a chance to catch up with Pete Rose. I actually got a chance to talk to our Hot Moms. So stay tuned for this episode. We're going to bring you all the fun and a whole lot more when we come back to this edition of Car Lot Kings.
Hey, I'm Mark Coppola from Q1043, home of the Hot Moms contest. For about 5 years now, we've been doing this, and we're pairing up today with a Nielsen, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, just about anything on two wheels. It's, right here. But we have Jody Sansetta. How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Don't the moms get better every year? I mean, every single year we get a better and better mom, and they're all good, but this one's even better. So what do you have to say for yourself being the Hot Mom?
I think it's great. I loved it. It was a lot of fun. I love the bracket system and the whole March Madness thing was great. Loved it.
Now, well, first of all, we're going to crown you here with the tiara and stuff. We're going to give you $5,000, but what are you going to do with the money?
I'm going to reinvest it in my business.
There you go. What kind of business is that?
I own Adrenaline Fitness, and I'm an Ideal Protein rep.
I figured she's fit. She looks like she's in perfect shape, some tone going on. Okay. Well, here we go. Let's get the check here.
Buy a car.
Yeah, you got to buy a car. The Challenger? I've driven that car. Oh, yeah? Well, there you go. All right, let's get the check going here. Let me put the mic down for a sec. That's what I'm talking about. Please welcome the 2013 Hot Mom, Jody Sansetta, to Nielsen today. Big hand for Jody.
Jody, question for you. When you're in the market for a car, where do you think you and your family, your friends, your relatives, where do you think you're going to come to purchase a car?
Right here.
Nielsen, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep. I mean, once you see...
My son drives a Jeep.
Your son drives a Jeep.
Yes.
How do you like your Jeep?
I love it.
What would you tell the other people out there that wants to join our Jeep family, but they haven't really taken that leap yet?
Take that leap.
Take that leap, the Grand
that
Cherokee,
leap,
right?
yeah.
I appreciate you guys. Jody, stay hot. If you could give any moms out there advice like what we can do. I'm a mom. I'm really not on your level yet, but I just want to know, what can we do like to just keep up to date, healthy, look good?
Believe in yourself. Remember that age is just a number.
Ooh, there you go.
And go for it. Believe in whatever you want to do, you can achieve it.
I believe that too. In-car sales, go for what you want as well. Thank you again, Jody. Anytime you want to stop by, come by. You're always welcome here at Nielsen Dodge. You're the hot mom, not just for Nielsen Dodge Q104, but you represent New Jersey. Keep doing what you do, and you're awesome, okay? Congratulations.
We're here with Mark Coppola. Mark, you're on Q104.3 and Light FM.
That's right, yeah, both stations.
Tell us about your radio career. How'd you get started?
Well, when I was a kid, I used to be an actor. We used to pretend we were like Superman, Superboy, and all that. And then somebody in the neighborhood said, why don't we try radio? And so we just started like building radio stations in our garage, and we used to broadcast, and we got in trouble with the FCC and stuff. But that's how I started. I was like 9, 10, and then one time I was 15, I got my first job. And I've been working ever since.
What was your first job?
Long Beach, California. Even though I'm born here on the East Coast, we went out there when I was 5. And so I worked there like a jazz station, and then eventually worked my way back till I got to the East Coast, to the New York City, New Jersey metro area. And my first job here was at BAB Long Island, and then PLJ in the city, and then K-Rock, Q104 after that. And I've been there ever since. It's been about 15 years.
Q104 and Light FM, two formats. How do you adjust to both
Well,
those?
that was the thing that keeps it interesting, because I've been in the business, somewhere between, almost 40 years since I was a little kid, and it keeps it fresh. Q is like a harder rock format, classic rock, and I like have a nickname there called the Cope or Cope. And I left him at Q, and then at Light FM, it's just Mark or Mark Coppola, and it's like a different sound. So like I have two personalities, and sometimes I dress differently at Light. I might wear a suit. I'm not supposed to, but I do. It just makes me feel different. Plus, I did a lot of acting growing up, so I can switch the characters a little bit. I bring that into it.
That's great. What advice would you give to young people maybe watching this interview that want to get into the radio business these days?
Well, to be a little bit broader in your studies in college, like you do find the college station and work on it, be a DJ, but also learn all that production equipment, all the computer stuff, all that, because that makes you very valuable to the organization. Maybe take a minor in marketing or something, learn how to market.
Right.
All that stuff, when you go into a radio station, if you can help out the promotion department, the sales department, be on the air and do production, you're well versatile. When I was starting out, we didn't have all that. We just had tape, a razor blade to slice the tape, and then our on-air stuff. So it's a lot more complex these days, and that's what you need to learn, And there's jobs, there's not as many jobs across the country as there used to be, but there will be again soon. There's been a consolidation across the country in all businesses.
Right.
But now it looks like it may expand again. We've got good feelings about the economy going forward, so that should help every business. But radio's a lot of fun. And you get to go to a lot of concerts, and rock stars come by the station. You get to talk to them and stuff, and the new artists. So
You talk about sales. That's what drives a radio station. You have to have sales. You have to have advertising. And, of course, Nielsen, Chrysler, Dodge does a lot of advertising with Q104.
Yeah.
Talk about your relationship with this dealership here.
Well, I've been here before, I come out to Jersey even though I live in the city, to go to the dealership because it's more room. You get a better selection of cars and stuff. I enjoy that, and we swing by or we do gigs out here with you guys, like you guys joined us with the Hot Moms contest.
Right.
That's a great thing,
Yeah.
and so it's really kind of cool to be able to do it here in New Jersey. We've had a winner 5 years now from New Jersey. That is something. But I've been hanging out here a lot. When I come in to test, this is the car I test drive, the Challenger. My brother had one of these for a while, but he had the stick shift, and he put me behind that one. And boy, that's got a lot of power. And I thought I could do a clutch because I used to. Not with this car. This thing just kept stalling out on me until I finally figured out the feel. But the fact that you got these cars coming back now, the Great American Muscle Cars, is just a great thing. Buy American.
Here with our used car manager, Dean DeFuria.
Hello.
So, Dean, how long have you been in the business?
I've been in the business about 28 years, most of it in this location.
All right, so for our viewers, I know like the past episodes, I've really focused on the brand new vehicles. I do want to focus on our pre-owned lot because I know you take a lot of pride. I'm not just talking you up, but I know you do literally take a lot of pride in your vehicles. Now, I've told our viewers about the Nielsen Advantage program. We do give them a lifetime engine guarantee on any vehicle that they do buy here in our facility. But certified pre-owned, a lot of dealers use that word, but what can our viewers, clients, customers coming through the door, what does certified pre-owned to Nielsen mean?
Well, Chrysler has its own standards of 120 steps that the car has to be checked out in order to be certified. Believe it or not, here at Nielsen, we actually go above and beyond that 120 steps. I'm fully confident that you won't find a better reconditioned car at any dealership you go to. For example, most tires we replace when they're 50% worn. Now, most consumers would look at these tires and say, I can get another 8,000 or 10,000 miles on it, and that's probably true. But we put new tires on them. Same goes for brakes or any other wearable items. And we spend a lot of time on cosmetics, too. We make sure there's no dings, no scratches. They look as new as possible. And I'm confident that when you look at our vehicles and compare them to some of the other dealerships out there, you'll know what certified really means.
Mm-hmm. Now, not just the exterior, but the interior of cars as well. Like, I personally, I walk the lot every morning, and I see different companies. Sometimes they're out there taking the smells out of cars. Sometimes they're taking the dings, the dents, and I can literally tell you almost every car that's on our pre-owned lot, the 300 and something pre-owned vehicles, they all look like they have brand new tires, Dino. Do you put brand new tires in all the cars? Is it safe to say that almost?
It's an ongoing joke here at the dealership, but we probably are one of the larger consumers of tires in the area. But besides tires, we do have quite a few vendors that come here to remove dings, remove dents, scuffs, any possible imperfections on the vehicle. We keep them busy all week long. I can't imagine a better car than what we have. I know I keep saying that, but it is the truth. We have 150 pre-owned vehicles in stock. At any point in time, about 30 to 40 of those are in various stages of reconditioning in our shop. Usually takes about 2 weeks to get them through the shop, sometimes a little longer because we want to make sure they're right before they get to the front line.
So, I mean, I know that for myself, but let's just share that with our viewers. Is it safe to say that if a client trades a vehicle in, that car does not hit the used car lot until it runs through our service department?
That's true. Most of the dealerships will do a cursory wash, throw it on the lot, and sell it to you. We would not do that.
Now, something else I want to mention, I mean, month after month, it's an ongoing thing. We are the highest volume certified pre-owned vehicle vendor in the Northeast.
That's
That's
correct.
not
Right.
something that
Right.
we've bought. I mean, did you buy your certificate from Chrysler
No,
saying that?
no.
I mean, it's by the volume of cars that we sell.
Right.
And with the Nielsen plaque on the car, some Jeeps come through and they're pre-owned vehicles, and our clients are saying, you know, they said it's brand new, and we're like, no, it's not brand new, it's actually pre-owned. So it's kind of hard to mistake. If you walk our lot, sometimes you're looking at these pre-owned vehicles thinking that they're brand new, but some of them are not brand new.
A lot of people mistake them for brand new vehicles, especially the ones that are 1 or 2 or 3 years old. We recondition them to that point. But unless you look at the sticker where it says certified pre-owned, you would think you're looking at a new car.
And then sometimes it is intimidating for just viewers or clients to come into a dealership purchasing a pre-owned vehicle. But with that much technology out there, they're seeing the value on the cars. One thing I appreciate about Mr. Nielsen and you per se is every pre-owned vehicle or every used vehicle on our lot has a price on it.
Correct.
So it's not like you're going to meet an individual and they're going to say, oh, $3,000 more, but every single price is on the windshield of those vehicles. So you can also, we have them online.
Correct, yes.
NielsenAutos.com or our direct site, NielsenDodge.com. So we have a lot to offer you. So if you're not in the market for a brand new vehicle, Dean DeFuria, he heads our used car department. He's our used car manager. He takes exceptional pride in all our vehicles. So feel free to stop in any day.
Yes.
As I said, you'll be here available to anyone.
Yes.
Do you have any advice as far as people that want to trade cars in?
Well, yeah, let me take one step back. I know it's intimidating to look for a pre-owned vehicle. You're not sure where it came from. You're not sure the history of it. You're not sure what you're buying. And it's intimidating to put down your 10, 15, 20, whatever $1,000 to buy this vehicle. That's why we take as much time as we do to recondition these vehicles, so that you can feel confident that your hard-earned money is going to get yourself a quality vehicle with an extended service life. As far as trading in or purchasing vehicles, we do actually purchase vehicles from you, even if you're not buying a car from us. Feel free to come on down. I'll be glad to take a look at your vehicle and give you a fair number on it. As far as trading in your vehicle, I look at every vehicle from a standpoint of, can we sell this on the lot? Will this be desirable to someone? And if that's so, and if that's exceptional, I'm going to give you extra money for it, because that's something I know that we can turn and do some business with. So please, do not afraid to bring your car down here. I'll be glad to appraise it. Please ask me personally, not a problem. I take pride, like Amanda said, in the quality of our vehicles, and I will take pride in your vehicle.
Thank you so much, Dean. I
You're
appreciate it. And in the upcoming episodes, we'll say hi to you as well.
Great,
All right?
thanks
again.
Appreciate it.
I'm here with Emily. Where are you from, Emily?
I'm from West Orange.
West Orange. You came down here to meet the legendary, the one, the only, one of the greatest baseball players ever to play, Pete Rose, right?
Yes, I did, and I'm really excited. Very, very excited to be here. They do a great job.
Is this your first time at Nielsen Dodge?
No, actually, I've been to Nielsen's. Nielsen's had quite a few of these promos, and we've loved it. We went to Bavaro's. We did Rudy, and they do a great job. We love it.
Jeff, how do you feel about the chance to meet Pete Rose today, the legendary baseball player?
Well, I'm here mainly for my wife, who's his favorite player of all time, but always a Pete. Anybody who likes baseball, purist, loves Pete Rose. And Bud Selig, do the right thing. Get him in the Hall of Fame.
I agree. It's about time. I mean, the guy never used steroids. He did it all by hustle and hard work. You know, what more can you ask for than a player like that?
You have to teach kids to play like he played, not the way they play today. Not that there's anything wrong with how some of these guys play, but this is the guy. This is a baseball player right here. Professional, hard worker, never gave up. Maybe not the world's greatest talent, God-given, but hustled all the way. Pete Rose, great player, great team.
What do you think about Nielsen Dodge? You're right in town here, hosting this event.
I got to be honest with you. My wife and I were talking about it. We're going to be needing a car for our daughter soon. We're going to come here. We're definitely going to come here because he does things like this. We were here for the Bavaro signing.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. You know, he doesn't charge you, and he feeds you. you got to give back to the guy. You got to come back and give him your business, no doubt.
Okay, Adam, you got the Cincinnati gear here. You ready to meet the greatest Red of all time, one of the greatest players ever to play the game, Pete Rose, right?
Absolutely, that's why I'm here.
Okay. You think? I guess the big question is, you're a big fan of his. He belongs in the Hall of Fame, doesn't he?
Absolutely. It's a disgrace to the game that he's not in the Hall of Fame.
Okay. Is this your first time in Nielsen Dodge?
No.
Okay. Well, we ask that next time you come in here, maybe think about buying a car, okay?
We actually already bought a car here.
Oh, okay, good. Well, that's great.
I love Pete Rose. I'm a baseball card collector, and I've been following the Reds and the Yankees since the 1970s. I'm thrilled.
All right, Jonah. Did your dad tell you who Pete Rose was?
Yes.
He's one of the greatest baseball players of all time.
That's right.
Yep.
All right. You excited about meeting him?
Yep.
Is your dad going to buy you a car when you're 16?
Probably not.
You have to buy one yourself,
Yeah.
Okay. Save your money now, right?
Yep.
Okay. What's your name, sir?
Brian Bernard.
Where are you from, Brian?
From Edison, New Jersey originally.
Okay. And
Yep.
you're down here today. What brings you down here to meet the legendary Pete Rose?
Bring my son to meet the greatest hitter of all times.
Folks, I'm here with Governor Cody. In my opinion, one of the greatest governors in New Jersey.
I love this guy.
I really do. I think you're good. I think you're a good, honest, hardworking man.
Thank you very much.
What was it like for you to meet Pete Rose here at Nielsen Dodge today?
It was a pleasure because I've been a Cincinnati Red fan since the late 50s, so Pete Rose is a big part of that. And, I'll be honest with you, I mean, if you use steroids, you're on the Hall of Fame ballot, and yet he never used them, he's not.
Right.
And, listen, he bet on games, but he bet on his team to win when he wasn't playing. I mean, I don't understand it, but, that's life.
Folks, when it's time to buy a car, you're going to come down to Nielsen Dodge. What other dealership, name one in the entire area, that feeds you with hot dogs for free and brings in one of the greatest baseball players of all time? Nobody but Nielsen Dodge. They give to the community. So when it's time to buy that vehicle, that Jeep Compass, that Jeep Patriot, whatever vehicle you want, that Chrysler car, that Dodge Charger, you got to come down here in Nielsen Dodge, folks. Car Lot Kings. Remember to keep watching this show on channel 78 as we bring you the deals on Car Lot Kings right from Nielsen Dodge. What was it like playing for those great Cincinnati Red teams, Pete?
Fun. It was one of them deals where everybody knew what their job was, and there was no animosity or jealousy because we were all different kind of players. I didn't worry about Johnny's job. He didn't worry about mine. Perez didn't worry about Davey's job. Concepcion didn't worry about Foster's job, and Morgan. And, to this day, April 27, 2013, the Big Red Machine is the only team that had a Hall of Fame manager, a white Hall of Famer, a black Hall of Famer, and a Latino Hall of Famer. Now, someday, Torrey's going to be a Hall of Famer, Jeter will be a Hall of Famer, Clemens will be a Hall of Famer, and Rivera will be a Hall of Famer. They'll be able to say that. But up till now, 2013, Cincinnati Reds are the only team to have that distinction.
What was it like to play for the great Sparky Anderson? He seemed like a great manager.
Fun, fair, just go out and do your job. He'd leave you alone. He was a disciplinarian, but he didn't worry about little things. But we didn't have guys that did little things. We didn't have pranksters in the clubhouse. Pranksters are for a team that loses. We didn't have anybody that was a prankster. I mean, if you ask me who was your prankster, we didn't have one. Some teams do, but we didn't have one. And Sparky was just, he was there, but we didn't even know he was there. We just went out and did our jobs, and if he asked us to walk through hell in a gasoline suit, we'd say, "Where's the entrance?"
You look at today's players. You look at guys like Alex Rodriguez and the controversy with the steroids, and Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens. List goes on and on. You made your mark by just playing the game that you love and by pure hustle. What do you think about this? How the game has gone?
Well, the game has changed, but it's not fair for you and I to sit there and say there's not a lot of players who play hard today. There is. What about Trout and the Angels, or what about Bryce Harper from Washington, or Jeter plays hard, Joey Votto plays hard. So, and all the guys you just mentioned, I'm going to defend Roger Clemens, and here's the reason why. Because Roger to this day has said he didn't take steroids. He's never flunked a drug test, and he went through 2 courts of law and won both courts of law. So who am I to sit here in New Jersey and say Roger Clemens took steroids? Now I know he did some amazing things after he was 40 years old, and I've been there. You know, I led the league in hits when I was 40 years old. No one said I took steroids. Can't you tell I took steroids?
Talk about your experience here at Nielsen Dodge today, and meeting all your fans, and if you could make a little plug for the dealership, please.
Well, it was fun. I mean, Bill, the general manager and partner, was gracious, and one of these guys with a young wife. You got to watch those type guys. You know what I mean? But it was fun. The people came out, and they were very courteous and very nice, and a lot of baseball fans. I was kind of surprised how many Reds fans was here today. But I guess I would expect more Philly fans because of my connection with Philly in this area. Now, if we were up in Cleveland or somewhere, I'd expect more Cincinnati fans. But anytime you go to a popular dealership and they do a good job, it's fun, and just hope it helps sales.
You mentioned one of your former teammates is in the car business.
Yeah.
Talk about how he's doing and what kind of a car.
Well, Joe Morgan, he went into the Honda business, and I must say it's not one of them deals where he just put his name on it. He put his money up, and that's why I try to help him out as many times as I possibly can with personal appearances at the dealership. And we have a couple of promotions where anybody buys a car for a 2-month period of time. I go out to eat with Joe and I, and we're going to do it this year with Joe and I, Tony and John. So we might sell 400 cars in 2 months. When I say we, Joe's a friend of mine, so I don't get any money for it. But if I can help a friend out because I'm popular, I'll go help him out. He'd do the same thing for me.
Any final thoughts here, Mr. Rose, as you make your here at your final minutes here at Nielsen Dodge?
No, Nielsen Dodge is a great place, and I was in the automobile business a long time ago. I was in a Lincoln Mercury dealership. Johnny Benson and I had one in Dayton, Ohio. And we didn't do too well because it was a General Motors town, and we had a Ford product. It was a learning experience, but it was fun. This can be a good business if you know what you're doing. I think the people here know what they're doing.
Now, Jerry, what I have to show you here is a 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee.
I'm psyched.
We have exclusively here at Nielsen. We're the biggest inventory here, so we have 164 of our Grand Cherokees that are landed here on the floor, not in transit, different colors, options. So if you're familiar with the 13, I mean, just looking at it by eye appeal, you see the difference already.
Beautiful, beautiful vehicle.
Now, basically what Jeep has done, I mean, we still have our signature 7-slot grille. The headlights are more sleek, better visibility. Now, for all you Grand Cherokee lovers out there, it's actually easier when you're purchasing a Grand Cherokee. The different trim levels now are the Laredo, which basically comes with the standard keyless enter and go. You still have the 4x4 capability, over 70 safety features standard on the Grand Cherokee. So the Laredo would be the first trim level. If you're looking for a little more bells and whistles, then above that would be the Limited. Now, if you upgrade to the Limited, Jerry, what you're getting is more upgradable wheels. You get upgraded from the 17-inch to the 20-inch. Rims, more chrome on the outside of the vehicle. Inside, you'll have the amenities that you do like the leather, the heated seats feature, but across the board on all trim levels, the Laredo, Limited, Overland, and Summit, which is the more hefty one. What I'm telling you is Jeep gives you all these standard safety features across the board. Now, besides customizing your wheels, the interior, if you could just zoom in a little closer, what we do have new for 2014, Jerry, is a fun driving experience. Standard on 2014 Grand Cherokees, you get paddle shifters on the steering wheel. So jump right in. Now, what the paddle shifters are going to do for you, Jerry, it's going to...
You want me to jump in, Amanda?
Jump right in. Now, with these paddle shifters, if you notice behind the steering wheel, what that's going to do is going to better your fuel economy. It's going to give you a better driving experience. And if you take a look at the shifter, what do you notice?
It looks like a stick shift, right?
Exactly.
Right?
It's actually,
but it's an automatic, right?
It's an automatic electric 8-speed transmission, standard in the 2014 Jeeps. So better acceleration for you, better fuel economy, and just a more smooth ride. So with the 14 Grand Cherokees, the 13s are still available. The quantity has shrunk a little bit for the 13s, but the 14s have everything that you'll ever want. The utility, the capability, and as I said, the gas mileage is getting better. So let's give our viewers just a little idea. Now, if you want to start, I'll just give them an option on the Laredo package.
Absolutely.
That's roughly $229 a month with very little down, very little meaning $299 down, do it signing. You could actually lease this car for 39 months. All our sales professionals in there, they're trained, certified, and they're here to listen to you. They're going to listen to what options are important for you, what type of utility you're looking for in your vehicle. So it's not just us basically stuffing you in a vehicle. We like to have you enjoy what we put you in so that years to come, Jerry, when you're done with your 39-month lease, you'll jump into either another Grand Cherokee or any other model that we have here to offer you.
That's a big key, repeat business, right?
Correct. I mean, Mr. Nielsen does tell us all the time. Every single time, Bill Snoffer tells us, don't just look at your customer as purchasing one car. We want you to be happy. So in turn, you'll tell your friends and family, and then we'll just all put it together for you, basically. So the 2014 Grand Cherokee, new for 14, what you're going to get is a sharper headlight appeal to the vehicle. The fog lights are lifted up. The new 8-speed transmission, I am just so psyched about that. I've driven the 13s, but driving the electric shifter, the sound of the car while you're driving, the insulation, the smooth, the pickup speed, acceleration, and the fuel economy. I mean, those extra dollars, who's going to complain about that?
Absolutely.
So come down. I mean, if you're not in the market for a 14, I just suggest come down, drive it. Let all your friends and family know about the new features in the 14. And as I said, save today the Nielsen way.
Rick Vrieblich, who is the general sales manager here at Nielsen Dodge. Rick, tell us what you do here. I'm watching you work. You're making deals. You're juggling numbers. Tell us what your job involves.
Well, just what you said. Juggling numbers. I juggle the salespeople. I juggle just about everything I possibly can, or whatever Bill tells me. So, have a lot of fun around here.
You gotta juggle a lot of balls, and you gotta keep on top of things, huh?
I get to be the ringleader, so I guess that's the fun part about this.
Okay, looking at the crowd behind us for Pete Rose, what does this day mean to the dealership?
It's just great attention, I mean, we like to give back to the community. We like to do positive things that make people see us in a better light, and not just every other car dealership that we are. So, I mean, we could be a lot of things, but we want to be unique, and I think that's one positive thing about Nielsen.
And being unique is being involved in the community, right, Rick?
Absolutely. We love having people here. We love to invite everybody in, and, and our house is their house, and we like to really be that way. So.
All right, Rick, tell us about your career. How'd you end up here at Nielsen, and how long you been in the business? Give us a little profile on yourself.
I'm going on about 12 years in the business at this point in time. I started actually in this building prior to Nielsen when it was Warnock. Worked my way up as a salesperson, and I left for a short interim, went to Route 18 Dodge Chrysler Jeep, got it started there, and then came back here to take over when Bill gave me a holler, and I really appreciate that. And ever since, it's been kind of a dream come true for me in the car business. So.
You guys have taken this dealership to the next level. It's really growing each month, from what it was to what it is today. You just attribute it to hard work and being part of the community.
Yeah, no, definitely. And Bill spends a lot of money out there for advertising, so I can actually say that's probably part of it. Better part of a good mortgage payment out there. So it's a good time. No, we really, it's been a lot of fun.
You're a pleasure, Rick. Thank you. Amanda, great edition of Car Lot Kings. You're a natural on camera. You've been doing this on your third show. You've got it down. You're a great sales lady. Come and see Amanda. I guarantee you, folks, she'll take good care of you here at Nielsen. And a pleasure working with you.
Thanks, Jerry. And hopefully our king will feel a little bit better to join us on our next show. Yeah. Shout out to our general manager, Bill Snoffer. Yeah. Hopefully you feel a lot better. And they can always check us out on carlotkings.com or come down to our location. Our dealership's located 175 Route 10 East, East Hanover. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Save today the Nielsen way.